morning, everybody. Welcome to Dulcie's Creations. I'm Dulcie, and I'd like to thank you all for being here with me, for my subscribers and all the likes. If you could please like if you are new and subscribe. Remember to tick on the bell so you're notified of any new projects. And thank you once again for being here with me. Now, I had started on this, and it was originally meant to start on camera, but I was chatting away to my granddaughter and my grandchildren while doing this, because I was here in my craft space, and I had started, and I thought, oh, I haven't done this on camera, but couldn't exactly be chatting to them and recording at the same time. So what I've done is I've taken a notebook, and I sanded it a bit because it has a sort of felt like a leather cover to it. So I've sanded it, and then I've just taken serviettes, this type of thing. I cut them in half, and I've used some Mod Podge. It should just be the matte, but that's all I've got, the glass one. And I've done the front. Now the front doesn't have to have as much because it's going to have this on top. So that's why it doesn't have as much. It actually needs to be cut just a little bit more because there should be a border around it. So I'm also going to cut that. What I do want to do this morning is just put this in, and then that can dry while I carry on with the cardboard. So let's do this. How have you guys all been? Are you looking forward to Halloween? I don't do Halloween, to be honest. Growing up in South Africa, at the time I was growing up, apparently it's a big thing now, but when we were growing up, and I say we because I have two sisters, Halloween was not a big thing. And besides, having Portuguese parents, and it definitely wasn't something they would have known about. It would never have been something we would have done. Of course, now living in England, I see how big it is. But of course, with everything going on in the world, I doubt very much it'll be too much trick-or-treating. So, very strange times we do live in. I hope you are all staying safe and your families are all well. And yes, I guess we just want to come out on the other side. Oh, and this that I'm doing, I mean, I know it's some kind of, I guess, sort of decoupage that I've done before, but with the layering and putting other things on, that I've never done. And again, I just thought I wanted to try it. I've been loving the videos, and I thought, well, I'm going to give it a try and see how it works. I actually thought, because some of you might know, I do notebooks where I cut them on the laser, and I do designs on the covers with the laser cut or engraved. I actually thought last night I could do one of these on a wooden cover, but we'll see how this one turns out before I make other plans. Okay, let's put that there to dry. With this, I just want to cut this down here. Sorry about the noise. I just don't want to have black all over my mat. I know it is a mess. I know it needs cleaning up, but definitely not black. Oops, probably too much. this is just some Dela Rani black gesso. Now, one lady's videos that I keep coming across on YouTube, I think it's Russian, I'm not quite sure from the writing on it. Obviously she doesn't talk or anything, it's just music, but she does some amazing things. And I have a feeling that I saw this particular video that I'm trying to do something alike. I mean, I'm not going to recreate her project, but I am using some of her ideas, obviously, because I like them and I want to try them. I guess this is why people post on YouTube as tutorials. I'm guessing somewhere along the line, if I do a decent job and someone thinks, oh, that looks easy, they'll copy or try to recreate whatever I'm doing. I'll post her video, her link in my comments. And you can go have a look at the amazing things she does. She really does have a knack for this. Got myself a few little brushes because some of these, sometimes the bristles start propping up, and as you paint you get all these little fine lines. So I've got a few new ones for when these give up. Having some coffee early in the morning before work. Okay, so I've got these little, they're supposed to be tops of screws that I did with some air drying modeling paste. I did this on the weekend, and I just used two. I used those two, that one and that one. I would give it a few minutes and then take them out and do the next one, and a few minutes and we'll take them out, so that I could make quite a few. So, I'm going to use that. Now that's another thing, from the loads of videos that I have watched, mostly everyone uses structured gel, or the other gel that I also have, I can't remember what it's called, but they use it to stick things down. Apparently it's stronger than normal glue, so I'm going to give it a try again. Not something I've done. To use one of the lady's ideas, that the lady on the YouTube that I did see, even though she created flowers with hers, I don't know if I want to really create flowers. I don't see dragons being flowery, but yes, anyway, I'm going to still use one of her ideas. This is just water. I'm just trying to roll it smaller. What does everyone think? Were dragons, or are dragons, mystical beings? Or did they exist once upon a time? I would venture to say that if they did exist, it would have been during the dinosaur age. And then I like to think of them being mystical beings. bit, approximately where I might want to put it. So approximately there. If I can just take a pencil just so. What do you guys think? I don't want to overdo it. And not putting him upside down will also help. But I think that will look good. Whether I put those there or put that there. Now these are made of resin, so they're not as heavy. So these finally stuck down. I've now just put some glue on the dragon, so getting him down, and just put that on there. So let's put a few more pieces. I did take photos yesterday of how I had placed them, but I left the phone inside. Yoo-hoo, hopefully it will hold. I think the thing about the glue you're going to use on here is you basically want it to hold and not come off, because if this is going onto the cover of a notebook, it needs to be sturdy and stay on, I guess, and not fall off as you're carrying it around. So Obviously, I don't know. Hopefully, we'll see. We shall see. So I've taken off the stone off there. I can't take this one off because it's now stuck down nicely. Because I've still got to paint over this. I don't want to paint over the stone, so I'll be careful with this. And then what I want to do is I want to use the two-part epoxy to stick everything on, because I have a feeling that the only way that will then come off is if it actually rips the whole paper itself. So I won't need too much of that. So I'm thinking that might be the best solution. I don't know. I think if I do more of these, I'll try other options and see how they go, and see how they work. But I think for now, let's just do this. Gosh, I forget winter's coming, and this is actually quite cold. I was looking for a green small one but could not find them, so I might actually do the green one up there or right down here. Yeah, I don't think I want to put anything else on here. I don't want to overcrowd it. Don't want to be for it to be too much. We're going to let this dry before I come in and paint it all again. Okay, so while we're waiting for all the things on the dragon part to dry, we can in the meantime paint this. Now I'm thinking, ooh, that looks nice. My mind is going, guys, and I don't know where. I like that. And I do love that color. It's one of my favorites. So let's see. I'm going to put, oops, that's a bit too much. That, definitely some of this. I'll keep it afterwards for something else. Maybe put a little bit on the dragon also. Ooh. Can you see that? Can you see that? Oh, I'm loving this. Okay. So all we really want is, well, the back has to be all of it, because the back is not really going to have anything. And this side. I have to say, I do like the effect of all the crinkles. And by the way, one thing I didn't show you was what I did with the inside of the notebook is I took a plastic bag, cut it in half, and then just wrapped the pages in so that before, you know, because obviously there will be a cover in here to cover that mess. But while it's all drying, the pages aren't affected, aren't getting any damage or any paint or anything off on it. So I guess it's just, you know, a good way to do things. While I'm doing that, let's just do here also. Just try and getting into all these little nooks and crannies that obviously the paper created. I do love the screen. It is looking so good. I'll hold it up in a minute. It's got, of course, this beautiful sheen to it because this is an iridescent green yellow. And it's that iridescence that's actually coming out with the phthalo green, just the Deco Art phthalo green. It is really looking fantastic. I'm loving this green. Okay, so there's still a little bit here that I will use obviously for the front, because the front will have a little bit, not as much as the back has had. I just need to put it in a little plastic or cover it up so it doesn't dry. But if I take this inside where the heating is on, it might actually dry ever a little bit faster. And then again, let me show you. Can you see the iridescent in it? How beautiful it is. It's just stunning. I hope you can see it. Then again, if I put the book like this, or even like that, I can actually, because of course the front only needs the edges, because it will have the part that we're doing with the dragon in the middle, so we don't need to go too much in the middle, just basically the edges. Wondering if I put my top light on, if you will get more of an idea of this green. Oh, there you go. Can you see that? It's beautiful. Now, as you can see in the front, I've just done just the outsides, because of course the card will go into the middle there. Okay, we will let this dry and get it done.